higher highs on uptrends are above, higher lows on uptrends are beneath. Okay. Higher lows are considered valleys. Now let's just talk about the uptrend. It should all come together for you. When we are creating higher highs, they usually are breakout candles. Breakout candles. Breakout candles. Breakout candles creating the higher highs, which are also impulsive candles that create higher highs, aka your peaks. Peaks. Your higher lows, aka your valleys, are corrections. Come down, correction. Breakout, come down, correction. Your corrections are your entries or retest, and your entries for your trades. Your corrections are your retests. Breakout, retest. Breakout, retest. Let's do it like this. Breakout, impulsive peak. Breakout, impulsive peak. Retest, correction, valley. Breakout, impulsive peak. Uh-oh, you there?
We're
I
still
heard.
here.
Okay, did you say something?
No, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. So we got breakout, impulsive peak, retest, correction valley. Breakout, impulsive peak, retest, correction valley. Now, when you have a valley, you have a correction, you have a valley, correction, retest. What's another? Put it in the chat. What's another word we call it? I just said it. Put it in the chat. What's another word we call it that I did not say? We just went over it. Put it in the chat. What is a valley? What is the valley? If I said correction, valley, retest, what else did I not say that means the same thing that describes this right here? What is this? We just went over it. That was one of the first things. It's below. It's below. On top. These peaks are something on top, and below is something on bottom. A higher low. Exactly. A higher low, because this right here is higher than this last low. Okay. If it's easier for you to write each word or term down by each other that means the same thing, do it, right? So you know that this right here is creating a peak. So just put down on one line on your notes, or you could just put one word equal one word equal one word equal one word. You can say impulsive equals breakout equals peak equals higher high. Breakout or impulsive equals breakout equals peak equals higher high. Correction equals retest equals valley equals high or low. Correction equals retest equals valley equals high or low. Everybody got that? All right. Now the downtrend. Let's talk about the downtrend. Let's talk about the downtrend. You have a breakout, which is an impulsive that creates a valley that creates a what? Type it in the chat. That creates a what? Lower low. Lower low. Lower low. Downtrend. Lower lows. Correction that creates a peak. That's a retest. Creates a what? Put it in the chat. A lower high. Exactly. A lower high. A breakout that's impulsive that creates a valley that creates a what? Not lower high. Prior to creates what? A lower low. Exactly. A lower low. Here we go. I see where a lot of people are getting confused that I see it. I have identified it. On downtrends, you create lower lows. And since you're on downtrends, you start with lower lows. You know low come before high. So lower highs. On uptrends, you're creating higher highs. So high come first, higher lows. So if you're on uptrends, high come first. If you're on downtrends, low come first. Uptrends, high come first. Downtrends, low come first. So don't get confused. Yeah, we know high highs. What is this called? This is a lower high, high low. Well, yeah, it starts with a high. So it's always high. So it's high low, higher low. Oh man, it's lower lows, but what comes next? Higher lows, lower highs. Low come first. Everybody with me? Did that help anybody? Put something in the chat if that helped you. Because a lot of people get confused on that. Miss Sutton.
Yes, I want to make sure I understood what you said. You said on the uptrend, the impulsive equal breakout equal peak equal higher high.
Yes, ma'am.
Correction equal retest equal valley equal higher low.
Correct.
On the downtrend, the breakout equal impulsive equal valley equal lower low.
Correct.
The correction equal peak equal retest. And was there
What else?
something else?
Yes, ma'am.
Correction equal peak equal retest.
Correction equals peak equals retest equals what?
Lower low, lower high.
Lower high. You got it. Lower high.
Okay. And the downtrend equal low, and the uptrend is high.
So this is the way you look at it. Don't say it like that or write it down like that because you're gonna confuse yourself, right? If
Okay.
you are on an uptrend, you know uptrends create higher highs. But on this correction right here, you be like, what is this? Is this a lower high? No, you always start with high. So higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher. You got that?
Yes.
Then you got lower high, lower high, lower high, lower.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yep. I used to get confused on that too, and I totally forgot I got confused. But I was wondering because that I always have conversations. I try to have as many conversations with the community as possible and our citizens. And a lot of people was confused on that, and I just identified this confusion just on this class, right? But that right there should help out. So if you're on the uptrend and you just say it, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower. You got it?
Yes.
On your uptrends, your entry point should be on your higher low, right there. Higher low, higher low. That's your uptrends. Your entry point should be at your higher lows. On your downtrend, your entry point should be at your lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You got it? Now, this is in a perfect world, ladies and gents. Did that answer your question, Miss Sutton?
You did. Thank you.
Very welcome. Now, in certain instances, you have different situations where you have violations. But violations are really easy to identify because if I know I'm on a downtrend and I'm creating lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and this happens to happen where I have a high that happened that passed a prior lower high, I have just created a new higher high. Y'all got it? After I create a new higher high, it's either going to retest that lower high or this lower high. It may come down and retest like this. Which retesting this line right here. Or it may say, you know what, I just want to test here and continue up, creating the same thing it created on this side, just going in the opposite direction. Now, at this point, I want to stop. Raise your hand if you have any questions. Raise your hand if you have any questions. I want to stop right here because you may be confused or lost, and I do not want to move further if you are confused or lost because I don't want you to continue to be confused and lost. We can simply identify entry points based off the impulsive creating higher highs and higher lows, and where it broke out from. Okay. Type of pair in the chat. Type of pair in the chat. GA. All right. Now, I want to draw some circles. Because let's identify some higher highs, some higher lows, and some lower lows, and some lower highs. Where my circles at? There we go. All right. Let's start right here. It's a higher high. It's a lower low. Higher low. Lower low. Higher low. Look at this. Lower low. Higher low. That's equal to lower low. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Uh-oh. At this point, did it make a new lower low? At this point, did it make a new lower low? Did it make a new lower low? Put it in the chat. At this point, did it make a new lower low? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It didn't. But at this point right here, this was our last lower high right here. Did it not break out right here and make a new higher high? And then retest. Even came back down here and retest this same area before that it tests right there. And then made a new higher high right here and came down and retest the area before that. And then from that point, it made a new higher high. Look like right here. Then a higher low right there to retest that breakout impulsive candle right there. You see it right there? Retest, shot up. All right. Now, why did it make these points right here? Now, it's amazing because if we just look at the chart, we grab a horizontal line, and we start putting our lines on top of our circles, we can see it even clearer. Lines right there, line right there. Yeah. Look, can't make this stuff up. Look at that. Uh-oh, what did it just do? Did it just break out? Did it just break out on top? Ladies and gents, this is the trade. Take it at your own risk. You could take this right now. Buy on the buy side. I already see what it's going to do. So a lot of people ask me, I know a few people ask me, how do you see what's going on, Akil? Because I study. I can simply see that this is about to go up. I can simply see that this is about to go up. It's retesting right now and it's about to shoot up because it broke out. Where did it break out from? It broke on top of this structure. And this is a break, literally last hour, this is a breakout candle right here. This is a breakout candle right here. And what is it doing right now? Retesting. Just retested. Look, it's retesting right now. Do everybody see that? Is this helpful to anyone? Higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. Right now it's creating higher highs and higher lows because we are on a uptrend. Let's keep this thing super simple. Let's keep it as simple as possible. Let's not get confused. Make this confusing. Let's not make ourselves look smarter than what we are. A lot of people try to make themselves look smarter. Oh, I'm the best trader in the world and this and using all these big terms. And let's just beat the market across the head with simplification and collect all of the points and the pips every single day based off of support and resistance. It's good to be intelligent. I'm not saying be dumb. But it's a lot of wealthy people that's not that intelligent at all. They're smart enough to know they don't know anything. How about that? Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Any hands? I need some questions, so I'm gonna start asking y'all questions just to see if y'all retain the information.
You know, now is a good time to ask your questions because I see a lot of people asking questions during New York session, and that is the absolute wrong time to ask questions. This class was formulated so that you can ask those questions while you're going through because you should have a second device to follow along with everything that he's doing so that you can replicate it on your own when you're by yourself and there's no one around to ask those questions to. So don't be afraid because everybody here started at the bottom without knowing anything, just like everyone else. And so we would rather you ask them now or forever hold it until next week.
Appreciate you. Mr. Banks.
Yes, sir. I have a question on the last candle when on the other chart when we were looking at the retest. You said you could already enter the trade for a buy. And it was at the hour time frame. Can you go down to a smaller time frame to see the retest, how far the retest had come down, or not how far, but yeah, I guess that's what I'm asking you, how far it had progressed in terms of the retest? If I'm asking the question correctly.
Yeah. You good. I'm just drawing my line right now.
Okay.
Drawing my zone out. Chris, here you go. This is your answer, Chris. Boom. Put it like this. You have to drag yours across. It's because when you pop up here, you click on the settings, and then you have to click on, make sure these two boxes are clicked, extend right, extend left. That way you don't have to drag it, it'll pop up all the way across. It's under settings, extend, under styles, settings, styles, and extend right, extend left. You see, when I don't have extend right, extend left, I have to do this, which you have to do. Right? But if I had the settings, click extend right, extend left, you are good to go. So that answers your question, Chris. Mr. Banks, answer your question. Yes, you can go down to a lower time frame. I did it based off the hour. Boom, I'm seeing this retest. If I go down to a lower time frame, that means I'm coming closer to. So I'm going to look back a little bit further and closer into the chart. And I see that this is a breakout on the 30 minutes, still the same thing. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. The breakout, same breakout candle on the 15-minute chart is retesting right now. On a 5-minute chart, this is a breakout area. This is the breakout candle. It retests, it's retesting right now. 5-minute, right here. 1-minute chart. This is the breakout right here. It actually broke out on this side of it, came back down, retest all this, broke out again, retest. Is retesting right there as well. I like to stay on the hour chart because it's nice and cleaner for me, and I can see a little bit more than just that close in.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Very, very welcome. And then this is 30. This is 10. That is 20. So those are your pips.
Good.
10, 20, 30 from that entry. Right there, that zone. Which you should be in profit if you push sell in that zone. All right. Great question, Mr. Banks. Charles.
Okay. Hey, King. Hello, everyone on the call. My question is that based upon what you have now, I see a inverted. So of course it's supposed to continue to go up. But in the event that if it just is the market decides it's not going to go up and it comes back down and it breaks that low, it breaks that zone, and then it retests that zone and continue down, then we know that's a violation of that, correct?
Let me ask you, is this a number one? Is this on our order menu? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Let me move it over so you can take a closer look.
This is a 2. I mean, it's a 2 to me. It looks like a 2 to me.
It looks like a 2 to you? Okay.
Because I'm looking at that whole move from the 14th over to the 26th. I see an inverted head there. So that's why it's going. I understand why it's going up, but if it decided that for whatever reason,
draw it out for me. You have control. Let me grab you. Let me grab you a trend line. Let me pull it down for you. Go ahead and draw out. You say it's a number 2. Draw out your number 2 that you see.
what I saw here. I don't know how that. Okay.
Hold on. Here you go. Here you go. Hold on. Go ahead. You got it now. It's on the path. Draw out the
Okay.
head and shoulders. Draw out the head and shoulders. Number 2, you see. Inverted head and shoulders. Double click. Okay.
That's
Now,
what I see.
base,
Now, if it
base,
violates, okay, okay, it's going up. So I expect it to go up based upon what I'm seeing there, this whole part. But what I'm saying, if it where you see my cursor at, if it decides to violate that,
violate
then I
what?
would be if it violates this, if it doesn't, if it
Use
doesn't
our
decide,
use our terms. Violate what?
if it violates this a head and shoulder, right? I mean, it's an inverted head and shoulder right now. If it violates the right shoulder and does not continue up and it breaks down, we wait for it to break out, retest, and then that would be a number 4. Correct?
No. You're saying I see what you see, but let's based off of what is formed and what we're seeing. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the right shoulder that you
Correct.
drew.
Correct.
This is the head you drew.
Correct.
Okay.
Came back up. No, look where it came back, and it came back down a little bit. For right.
Uh-huh.
Correct. Click there. Now it should be here again, going up, and that's the inverted head and shoulder.
And what number is that on the menu?
Number 2.
And go to your notes and look at your menu. I don't think that's a number 2, Brother Charles. What is that called? Is that a regular head and shoulders? Because a regular head and shoulders look like
No,
this.
that's the inverted head. What we just drew was an inverted head and shoulder. That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Inverted head and shoulders. Inverted head and shoulders is a number 2, right?
Correct.
Don't
I
an
got you.
inverted head and shoulders look like that?
I see it. I see I see it now. Okay. I answered my own question. It did not come back and give a full 100% of the left shoulder.
What did it violate? Up here.
It violate the neckline.
Okay, so what number we on right now? Look
That's
at
the
the
number
charts.
6. It's the number
My
6.
man. Number six on the menu.
Number 6.
It's the number 6 on the menu. Let's see if we can find our number 6. Hold on. Let's see. Where's our number 6 at on our menu? Oh, don't it look like that, Brother Charles?
It does. It does. It does. Now that you see, now I'm looking at it, it does. It
Yeah,
does.
so that's
I got a
beautiful,
little
ain't it?
overzealous. I got a little overzealous when I saw that, but then I had to realize, and when you just did it, I saw that it did not, because it did not form the left shoulder and come to the shoulder line of the right shoulder there,
On the
and then it continued
left
up.
shoulder.
Correct.
Okay. So, and a lot of people, you're not the only person that get confused on that. You're not the only person that get confused on that, right?
Gratitude, King. I
Yes,
see.
sir. If you draw out a shoulder to identify where it's at, your left shoulder, all you have to do is put a line at the shoulder line of that left shoulder, look across and see if it retested here or did it violate the neckline up here. And it simply violated the neckline.
Right now, correct, with that
Right
breakout.
now. Yep, with that breakout. So you can simply see it's a number 6, and you can get you 10 off that 6. But now, after it does that and it come back in this area, all you have to do is identify your last higher lows. And once it violates your higher lows, remember higher lows, you know where the place where it may go. Back to the shoulder line to retest the shoulder line. Just like it did right here. It made a higher high, came back retest, went up. That's about 30. That's about 30. It went up, new higher high from this point, came back down, retest. Retest down here, shot up. Yep, about 30, about 33. Then this candle right here made a new lower low because it went lower than this. And where did it go? To retest the same place it made the right shoulder at right here. And then it shot up. Higher high, higher low. Right? Higher high, higher high, higher low. It does the same thing over and over and over again. And when you see it create new higher highs because it broke above prior lower highs, you know the lower highs are your entry points for your continuations on a uptrend to create a new higher high. Did this help anyone? Did that you understand, Charles?
Yes, it does. Thank you. Gratitude.
Gratitude. Did this help anyone else? I don't want people to be confused. The biggest thing or the worst thing you can do is listen to multiple people trying to teach you how to trade, especially in an environment or an industry that's saturated, that's oversaturated with a lot of people that don't know what they're doing and can't prove to you that they know what they're doing. Does that make sense? Put a 7 in the chat if that makes sense. A lot of people will tell you a lot of different words that will keep you confused. So you can keep on coming back to them thinking you finna learn something new, and they can't even explain to you the basic stuff that you are confused on until you can understand it. It will keep you confused. We're not here for confusion. We're here for you to get a full understanding to take care of what you pay for every single month, the education, your life, your future generations to come. Do we have any questions? Please raise your hand if you have questions. Queen Bones, if someone have a questions, unmute them.
Will do, Dean Kane, sir. So we are 8 minutes to the end of class. There we go. Go ahead, Miss Lisa.
Thank you. Mr. Bay,
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. The chart that you just had up and you put up the 10, 20, and 30, like when we're trading in the morning,